It's time for the mud tank update. So it was about 3 weeks ago when we went to the river and got this little bucket of mud and decided we were going to use it as some substrate in a fish tank. Now we did have a few minor, well, let's say learning opportunities, but you can go back to part 1 and 2 if you want to watch all of that. Let's move on to see how the tank looks today. Now you're going to see right away the Brazilian pennywort in the left corner. I actually moved that today, but it's growing real fast. The jungle val in the back is very fast growing. So that's what we really want, is a lot of fast growing plants, because I don't know what kind of nutrient spike this tank is going to get. And though I don't mind algae, I prefer not to have every single thing covered in algae in this tank. So I'm trying to control it with a lot of plants. Now, we do have some little yellow labs in here. They're actually fry from one of our summer tubs outside, and they're just little, and I had them and I thought they would be a fun little fish just to put in here. Now they're definitely going to be moved once they get a little bit bigger, but they're not putting a big bio load on this tank or anything, being so small. Plus there's a lot of little bugs, I assume, that might pop up from the river mud. Now I also put 3 guppies. They're swimming around the top and you'll see them throughout the video. There's a little crypt. I took these, well, I'll show you right here. That was some pothos I have in here. So I love the pothos. I have it on all my tanks. Do a lot of videos on pothos. I also, what I was going to say is I have rock piles in here. Now I don't run any filter in here. I do have an air stone turned way down because I don't think I'm really even going to need that, but there's a rock pile. So I like the idea of rock piles because the fish, the fry, have a place to hide, and you'll see them, they go in and out. There's also some Neocaridina shrimp that somehow got in here from a tank on the top rack that this tank's on. Now as you can see, there's some little plants right there. I have all kinds of different river rock in here. Now this is all just store-bought. The actual rocks though, the bigger rocks, are from Lake Erie. There's kind of the side view of the substrate. It's kind of mixed, but I did get most of it capped with about 1 inch of sand, and that sand is old sand, but that's all right. I do have some driftwood I had outside. It was just from the woods, and that was outside in a summer tub soaking, and it's got a little bit of algae fuzz on it, but that's okay too. And you'll see those little labs just swimming around. They're actually growing really fast. They've only been in here a few days and I can already tell they're growing. So everything looks really good. The water clarity has gotten a lot better. I did run, and that was in part 2, a small little filter to kind of get some of the solids out. Ended up taking that out. Didn't think I really needed it anymore at this point. Just kind of let everything settle on its own. I know I'm going to have a duckweed issue, so I've been constantly trying to get the duckweed out. Oh, there's also some Audiosynclus catfish in here. There's 5 of them. Don't see them that often, but they're in here. And then here's a close-up of those little babies. They're just so cute. That's why I love this hobby. I love the little babies, and not real sure what I'm going to end up putting in this tank once it gets really going and all the plants start filling in. So if you have any ideas, leave them in the comments. It'll probably be a few weeks before I do another update. I want to give these plants time to kind of really get going so you can see a big difference, but everything's looking real good. I love how see that fish just jump into those rocks. But anyways, thank you for watching. This is our river mud tank, and we'll be out with part 4 in a few weeks.